What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 22 of our Wolves career mode, and today we have got the Community Shield for you, as well as some more transfer activity. If you didn't see it last episode, we bought a couple of players in. As you can see, Guendouzi sitting at the back of the midfield, and then Coop Miners sitting in the center of defense. We bought him in as a midfielder. We are going to turn him into a center back, and he will be playing center back. Of course, the 23-year-old. And then, of course, we also bought in Aurelio Buta, who will back up Semedo and Traore. And today, we, of course, also have Morgan Gibbs-White, who has come back and should get some game time this year. Now, one thing we have to do, I want to put Lucas here ahead of Moutinho for the time being. But today, we are looking to bring in 2 more players before our window shuts. We want to bring in either a backup winger on the right or a starter on the left. And we also want to bring in 1 more player to play in midfield where Lucas is playing currently. But we shall see going forward. So let's jump into this game, though. Community Shield. We won the FA Cup. Liverpool won the league. Jota, Firmino, Salah up front. And then Guevara, I'm not sure who he is. And then Henderson and Fabinho midfield. And then Shimikaz, Van Dijk. And then PK and Trent sitting in front of Alisson. So let's jump into it. Our first game of the year against Liverpool, who we scored a bunch against last year. They scored a bunch against us. There was some 6-5s, some 3-2s, a variety of different goal-scoring games there. So let's jump into this. There'll probably be goals, but let's go. It's Guendouzi. Played forward nicely, and Jimenez is in behind already, and it's Jimenez! Oh, good save. It's straight at Alisson. I took a little bit longer than I should have, really, but we should be able to get at PK. PK in this game, a little bit slower, obviously older. A strange choice for a Liverpool side who seem to have a transfer strategy about them, but hopefully we can get in behind him. Free kick to Liverpool here. Salah standing over it, 24 yards away, and now Trent also standing over it, but Trent's the one who's going to hit it, and oof, Patricio got over there to make the catch. Fell for the fake there. Salah's the one who got it last time, but Trent scored on us with his left foot last time around, and we couldn't let Trent take another one. And Traore, though, right through the middle here. Is Traore onside? I'm not sure, but Traore's finished it. It's 1-0 early in the Community Shield, 11 minutes gone. A free kick at one end and a goal at the other. And this is what we're made for. We have got plenty of pace in the wide areas. And when we break, we are deadly. And we broke there, and that was that. And Traore was just in on goal. No one near him. It's an excellent finish from the winger. And after 12 minutes, it's 1-0. Steps inside by Traore. Here's Guendouzi. Steps inside. Here's Lucas. A little bit of space for him. He's going to make a run, Guendouzi, and Guendouzi on his debut goes for goal. That's a good save. It's going to come to Podence, and he can slip it back to Lucas. Can't quite get the pass across to Guendouzi, though. There's Neves now, and there's the run we were looking for. And once again, trying to break with a little bit of pace is Traore, and Van Dijk getting ready to come across, and it's Traore. Great save. I was hoping he would parry it onto the foot of another one of our players. Didn't quite happen. Can't quite take it off of Fabinho. Henderson, nice ball into space. Blocked away by Coop Miners, but it's come back. Fabinho messing around with the ball, still holding on to it. Loses it to Guendouzi, but nobody picks it up. And it's come back, and that's another good save. Guevara that time having a shot. It's another good save from Patricio. He's made 2 or 3 so far already. That ball's come in, and we luckily get there ahead of Van Dijk. Here's Neves. And Jimenez making the run here. And it's Jimenez who's just run off the back of Van Dijk. Jimenez, good finish. Right into that bottom corner. It's tough on Liverpool, who've had the better of the game. I don't want to say better of the game, but there was a moment there where it felt like they were pushing on for the goal. And then we go right back up the other end, once again on the counter. This time Jimenez just running off of Van Dijk. It's a good touch here, sets himself. An excellent finish as well, just fires it into that lower corner. Alisson cannot get there. An excellent finish right into the corner. It's 2-0. Steps inside nicely, Fabinho, but Taken off it by Guendouzi. He's made quite a few tackles so far today. And Podence is going to run through this gap here that PK is strangely left. And that gets clipped back post. And Neves is going to get onto that. It's a good save. Could have kept going with Podence, to be fair. I just didn't want him to take an extra large touch. It seems that happens way too often with the pacey players. They take really bad touches at really inopportune times. As that gets turned on. And can't quite get that. Lucas. Run being made there by Jimenez. Is he going to get here? Just gets ahead of it in the end. Trent got a touch onto it, but can't quite do enough. And, just hammered it at goal with no other real options. Allison with the save he needed to make, and it's still a decent one at that. Second ball comes in. Can't quite get the header onto it. Moving the ball around, no. Racing away here now. And Johnny on it, and he sees Traore making a really good run. And it comes to Traore, tight angle. Oh, he's hit the bar. An excellent hit. Can't quite find the back of the net for his second. Clipped in. He managed to get the header on here. Here's Neves, and he can play that forward, he can. And Silva got a touch onto it, and he's trying to get away here. And it's Fabio Silva, tight angle. Oh, he's hit the post as well. Very, very close to once again grabbing another goal, but off the post it goes as Guendouzi finds Neves, and he takes a touch, and what a finish. That was wrapped up the Community Shield for us. 3-0 the score. Liverpool, hard done by today. A little bit harsh, this scoreline, but we have been ultra clinical as Guendouzi finds this ball out there. Takes a touch. Thought that gap got closed down. It didn't. And in the end, it's a third goal. And Liverpool have a huge problem with PK because he is incapable of covering any sort of pace whatsoever. But it's 3-0, 71 minutes, and it looks like we are going to grab ourselves another bit of silverware after winning the FA Cup last year. Here's Neves, and Traore is all alone out here. He's going to have a run at Shimikas. It's played back in. Guendouzi finds Lucas. Plenty of space. Good save. Oh, Jesus, and they almost brought it back in, and what have they done? Oh, man, they almost left it for us to tap in. Van Dijk went to turn on it, just went out of play instead. Almost another. Origi has it taken off him. And we can play that forward here. Silva's on it. It's Arias, who's come off the bench. Silva tries to get that back heel in there. A minute to go here. And we are going to grab ourselves a Community Shield victory. A bit of silverware. Pretty much a friendly. I'm not too worried about it. It's one of those games where if you win it, you're happy. If you lose it, it's not too big of a deal. Those things happen. It's okay. Especially in one of these friendly games. But a very good performance. Getting some of the other players mixed in. Guendouzi had a good game. Koopmeiners not too bad back there as well. And then a couple players off the bench. Buta had a good game as well. But I'm also kind of thinking about this a little bit now. If the title is a little bit unrealistic, it might be. Do we get some playing time for players who are a bit younger, who need playing time to grow? The Fabio Silvas, the Nuris, the Hoovers. Do we give them more playing time at the cost of maybe dropping a couple more points here and there? Obviously, the goal is top 4 again, and then to have a good run in the Champions League. And, you know, we want to take it day by day to see where we can really go. But I also want to grow some of these players. I mean, we're getting to a point now where some of these players need to start growing and becoming bigger portions of the squad. Fabio Silva, the Nuri we were talking about, Guendouzi now, just younger players who we can move up. Gibbs White, who can play bigger roles here, but still need a little bit more ironing out. You know, we'll see. But we also want to bring in a couple players here. So, interest in Guedes, which is fine, perhaps. Guedes is a good player, but he's not my number one option right now. Let's go to that left wing position. I think that's where we're going to go. We're going to have a starter there on the left. And then we will have Neto and Puddins who can play both sides. I think that's where we go. And I think for the moment, this is the guy. Between 43 and 58 million. Might be a bit expensive, but we're also going to need another midfielder. Bring him back to the Premier League, Rene Adelaide. Is that the option? Mikel Merino, of course, another really good player. I think the most realistic option would be Rene Adelaide. We don't have 70 million for Merino. We just don't. So I think that's the option here. Matthew Longstaff has moved. I was thinking about him as well, though he needs a little bit more growth as well. So perhaps Rene Adelaide is the man to go along with St. Maximin. That might be it, but we're going to go for St. Maximin. The problem with Loftus-Cheek, as good as Loftus-Cheek is, we, one, don't have the money to spend 50 million on him. And two, I mean, Rene Adelaide probably gets a little bit better. We'll go with like 43 and see what they say. Rene Adelaide gets really good sell-on clause of 10%. Remove sell-on clause, purport true transfer fee. We'll try 50 and see what he says. 53, that's fine. I'm so glad it wasn't 60. It seemed like 60 was going to be the number. But 53 million for St. Maximin, who's come into Newcastle, and he's just an absolute treat. Really pacey, really clever with the ball. A good option to have. Dare I say rotation, I have to say important. 82 overall. Yeah, that's what they had in mind. I figured. Contract length of 4 years, that's good. 24 will take us into his prime. No release clause, that's excellent. And they want £70,000 a week. We are going to edit this and see if we can bring it down to 60. They're really comfortable with 70. Edit wage. Let's see if we can go down to £64,000 a week. They're happy with it. So, St. Maximin in at the club. Not too bad, is it? This is a good buy. Neto and Puddins will have to be backups on both sides, which is okay. I mean, I still want to grow these players. It's not like we're giving up on them or anything like that. I feel like I have to say that a lot. And it's a little bit odd. So who do we bring them off for? Bully? It's probably the good option. So now we have Neto and Puddins who can both play on either side. And then St. Maximin Traore, of course. And then Buta can also play right wing if we need him to. So we're good at wing, good at striker. Midfield, we want one more perhaps. And then the back line's good as well. One more player in midfield. And we will be in a really good spot. At the moment, we have £16 million. We're going to have to, we can lower the wage budget because he's not going to want all that. Even if he wanted 70 million, 24, or 70,000 pounds a week, 24 million. Do we wait for Rafa Mir's thing to go through? We'll see if it goes through over the Southampton game. Will it go through before the Southampton game? Get a couple bucks in. Loan offer for Marquise. Loan deal, they want to buy as well. Is he one of our kids? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So let's try to go in for Rene Adelaide right now. Where is he? Rene Adelaide. Between 24 and... we're not going to have enough, are we? Okay. Well, we needed a couple extra bucks then, don't we? We're just going to have to wait for a couple of those to come back our way. So what we'll do is we'll play the Southampton game. In the next episode, we will do 2 games. And... oh, Rafa Mir has been sold. But that's probably not enough, is it? 2.8. We'll play the Southampton game. Then next episode, we'll play 2 and see if we can find the money for Rene Adelaide. So let's jump into this. Wolves Southampton. First game of the year. New signing in the squad. St. Maximin to start. Let's go. Nicely done. Here's Guendouzi. Out wide to Neves. And Traore's in a little bit of space here. And there's a run being made back post. And Lucas, can he get there? He can. What a header. And what a cross from Adama Traore as well. And Lucas grabs the goal. It's 1-0 here. And this is an incredible cross. It really is an incredible cross. He just gets there. It's an excellent header into that bottom corner. Really had to get that perfect to beat the goalkeeper here. From such a tight angle. That's an excellent, excellent header. It's so satisfying when you get some really good headers. And it's 1-0 after 12 minutes. Nicely played forward. This is lovely football here. And it's Neves. Tight angle. Oh, 2-0. Great finish. And once again, ultra clinical from us who... I mean, we get into positions sometimes. Tight angles. But we finish off superbly, really. This is an excellent finish. There's just a gap there. Neves is run in behind... Or beyond, not behind. Behind or beyond, Kurt? Beyond. And he has just hammered that into the side netting. It's an excellent finish. And it's 2-0 quickly here, and Southampton have a little bit to do after 22 minutes. St. Maximin on his debut, of course. Holding on to it. Does well. Finds Lucas, and Lucas gets it to Jimenez, and it's Jimenez 3-0. We're just getting in behind this very, very slow defense, and that's it. It's as simple as that. Southampton, who of course gave us a tough time last year, not starting particularly well. As that gets slipped in, center back stepped up. Jimenez had a gap to run into, and he makes no mistakes considering the amount of goals he scored last year. 3-0 here on a half hour. Nicely played forward. Munir. He does so well to turn. Try and get a guy across there. It's a bad pass. Oh, and you've given it right back to Munir. Danny Ings. Can't quite find the pass. But we can't quite find the pass either. A bad giveaway here. Steps inside. Top of the box. They're just moving the ball around. Looking for a goal. He stepped in and found it. Got by us. 3-1. Southampton pull one back. It's Mario Lemina. Where did he end up? I think he went to Fulham? Something like that. But he's back. And he's scoring goals to start the year. He's played on here and he's just slipped inside there. That's an excellent finish as well, to be fair. Almost kind of toe-poked it, seemingly. Southampton won't pull one back, though. 39 minutes gone. It's 3-1. Coming forward, Southampton, as they look to work themselves back into this game. Nice tackle, though. And it's Neves, and he can play that through to Traore, who's in plenty of space here. And Traore's got the pace, and it's Traore. Oh, what a save. That's an excellent, excellent save. Almost made it 4-1 as the header comes in, and that is 4-1. Off the corner, it's Jimenez. It's another for him. And he started off the year with a bang again. 2 goals. It's excellent, excellent, excellent corner. And he just gets ahead, doesn't he? Up in the air. Gets ahead of the man. Corner into the bottom right. Excellently done. And it's 4-1 on 52 minutes. Nicely done here by Southampton. It's kind of stepping back. Does well to turn. It's Munir. Loses it to Connor Cody. And he can play it through as well. There's one more here. And there's St. Maximin released. St. Maximin, he wants a goal on his debut. And the new signing gets it. And the 2 players we have out wide, they are disturbingly quick. St. Maximin in behind there, and he is just gone. It's excellent stuff. It's really good counter-attacking play, but look how quick he is. A clinical finish to go along with it, and on his debut, St. Maximin has the goal, 5-1. Corner set to come in for Southampton as they look to grab another goal. And that gets clipped in, and that's an excellent save. A really good header. He did well to just kind of get up there and get in front of the defender, really. A minute to go, 45 seconds or so, and we are going to come away with an incredibly impressive opening day win against the team that gave us a little bit of trouble last year. 5-1 the score. Couple goals from Jimenez, a new signing debut goal as well. Coming from St. Maximin as Manchester City and Tottenham both win 3-0. City winning away to Chelsea 3-0. It's an excellent result. But not too bad of a start here. And we'll get off to the season top of the table, quote unquote, as we go forward. As interest comes in, a loan offer for Sam Lucas, this time from Napoli. Lucas is not going anywhere. He is already valued at 30 million. And he came with the academy. We started the game and he came with the academy. Incredible stuff. So we're going to end it here. Next episode, we are going to play a couple more games. Yes, we're going to play Arsenal and Everton. Doesn't get easier, does it? And we're going to see if we can find a way to get some money and bring Rene Adelaide in before the end of the window, guys. But that is going to be it. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.